Hi guys, today we create this Chrome text effect here in Photoshop. First of all, click Create New and select Artboard and then Create. First of all, we select the text tool and write the text and then press Ctrl+T and resize the text. Let's go down to the text layer and decrease the fill to 0 of the text layer. Now let's double click on the text layer, and we're gonna go to the Bevel and Emboss, activate it, and I'm gonna go with Inner Bevel Smooth, Depth, I'm gonna decrease it to 126, Direction is gonna be up, Size 24, Soften 11. Now let's go to the shading and uncheck Use Global Light. I'm gonna type in -127, Altitude 42, and we're gonna go to the gloss contour and change it to this one right here. I'm going to go to the highlight mode, change it to lighten. I'm going to go to the shadow mode and change it to color dodge. I'm going to change up the shadow most color to some cyan. Opacity is going to be 67. Highlight opacity is going to be on 90. Now we're going to go to the contour. We're going to change the contour to this one right here. And I'm going to increase the range all the way to 100. Let's go and activate the stroke. Increase the size to 18. Position is going to be center. And the black color. Increase the opacity to 100. I'm also going to activate the gradient overlay. Make sure the blend mode is on normal. Opacity is going to be 28. I'm going to change up the angle to -90. Scale is going to be 46. I'm going to click on the gradient. And I'm going to double click on the left handle. And the right handle is going to be a stronger blue. And again, click OK. Press Ctrl+J to duplicate the layer. I'm going to drag and drop the gradient overlay into the bin. Let's go back to the text layer and double click on it. Now let's go back to the Bevel and Emboss. And I'm going to go to the depth. Increase it to 428. The size is going to be 18. Softness is going to be 5. Let's go to the angle. I'm going to change it to 32. Altitude 32 again. I'm going to go with this one. Alright. And now we're going to go to the highlight mode. And decrease it to 54. And I'm also going to change the blend mode to difference. Shadow mode is going to be on color dodge. But decrease the opacity to 23. Now let's go to the contour. This is going to remain the same. And I'm also going to go to the stroke. And decrease it a little bit more. Press Ctrl+J again. I'm going to go to the stroke. Drag and drop the stroke into the bin. And double click on the Bevel and Emboss. Now we're going to go to the depth. Increase it to 1000. Size is going to be 21. Soften is going to be 5. Let's go to the angle. Type in -130. Altitude 58. Change up the gloss contour again. I'm going to select. And we're going to change the highlight mode to screen. Also decrease it to 0. Shadow mode is going to be color dodge. I'm going to change up the color to a pink. And I'm going to add 73. The contour is going to remain the same. And now let's repeat this step one more time. Select the top text layer. Press Ctrl+J to duplicate. Let's go back to the Bevel and Emboss. And here I'm just going to decrease the opacity of this one. The shadow mode. And maybe add a different color. Now if you want you also can add a glow. I'm going to select the top text layer. And I'm going to drag it under each text layer. And I'm also going to remove the Bevel and Emboss. Drag and drop it into the bin. Now let's double click it again. We're going to go to the outer glow. I'm going to change the blend modes to normal. I'm going to go with the opacity 45 and I'm going to change up the color. I'm gonna Select some orange, click OK, increase the size, click OK, and this is how you make this colorful dark chrome text effect here in Photoshop. Thanks for watching.